Hello and welcome to the Silly Savvy Podcast. I am recording today's episode with my phone, so you can listen to this on Spotify or you can watch it on YouTube. I am unfortunately holding my mic. I will have to probably hold it the whole time, which is not ideal, but it's okay. Today's episode is talking about controversial topics. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started. The first question is a hot dog a sandwich? And I would say yes. You have the bun, you have the meat. I would say yes. It's not the typical sandwich, but I would say a hot dog is a sandwich. Is peanut butter better than Nutella? Yes. Peanut butter is better than Nutella. Nutella has, I've actually never had Nutella before, but Nutella has a hazelnut flavor, I think, and peanut butter. You can do so much with peanut butter. So I would say peanut butter is definitely better than Nutella. Also, you may agree with me with my hot takes. You may disagree with me. These are just my opinions, okay? We're all allowed to have our own opinions. Is summer better than winter? No, it is not. It is not better than winter. Okay, I know winter is dark and gloomy and depressing, but it's also really beautiful. The snow is sparkly and clean, sometimes dirty, but winter is really pretty, and I love the holidays. And summer is hot, it's buggy, and there's a lot of storms, and I think I prefer winter. I like having a break in summer, but I think winter is better, and you get a small break in winter. Do dogs make better pets than cats? I may be biased because I have a cat, but I think cats make better pets. I think they're easier to take care of. You don't have to go outside to go on walks every day for your dog. I think the grooming is easier, and dogs bark, and they can smell like a wet dog when they're wet because they're a wet dog. So, I don't know. I think they both make great pets. I had dogs when I was younger, and I guess I don't have great experiences with dogs. Like, my dogs, they were my dad's dogs, and they were not trained very well, so they would jump up at you, and I got scratched near my eye by one of them. And so, I don't know, a lot of people do not properly train their dogs. I think if you are going to have a dog, you need to make sure you are properly training them. So I think they both make good pets, but I think cats make better pets than dogs. Also, hopefully the audio is okay. The microphone is hooked up to my phone instead of my computer, so I don't know if that's making a difference. Hopefully it sounds okay. And I'm in my living space too, so there's more background noise. So hopefully the audio is okay. I'm sorry if there's background noise. Or if you can hear the mic moving around because I'm holding it. Okay. Is American football a better sport than soccer? No. I would rather watch soccer. I would rather watch football, not football. Yeah. I mean, I'll watch both. I don't watch sports that often. I'm not a huge sports person, but I would rather watch soccer. I think it's a more enjoyable sport to watch, but I don't know, I'm not that knowledgeable about soccer, and in my life I've seen more football than soccer, but I don't know, I think soccer is a better sport. Is breakfast truly the most important meal of the day? I mean, I love a good breakfast. I love breakfast foods. And I guess breakfast is even if you're eating at lunchtime, like breakfast is your first meal of the day. So, yeah, I mean, breakfast is really important. Like, you should be eating 3 meals a day. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's the most important meal of the day. I think they're all important. Um, so I don't know. Why is that a saying? Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Like, why is that a saying? I don't know. I mean, sure. I guess. It breaks your fast. So, sure. Is Xbox better than PlayStation? I don't know. I'm not knowledgeable about either of those things. I used to play Xbox with my brother when I was younger, so maybe I'll say yeah, because I have good memories of playing Xbox with my brother. So, yeah, okay. Next one. So those questions were from WikiHow. Funny and lighthearted, controversial questions. We're now going to do funny debate topics by educatorstechnology.com. Is a hot dog a sandwich? We talked about that. Should pineapple be allowed on pizza? I used to eat pineapple on pizza. And honestly, I'm not a huge pineapple fan. Okay, call me crazy, but usually my pizzas are just plain cheese. I'm a plain cheese gal. Okay? I don't know. I'm just kind of particular with things. So, I don't know. I don't know why I like my pizzas plain now. I just do. So should pineapple be allowed on pizza? Yeah. If you want pineapple on your pizza, get pineapple on your pizza. I'm not gonna judge ya. Are cats or dogs better pets? We talked about that. Should cereal be considered a soup? Okay, I know I said a hot dog is a sandwich, but I would not consider cereal a soup. Cereal's not a soup. Cereal's cereal. Cereal is cereal. Okay? I mean, I know it's like pieces in liquid, but it's not a soup. Cereal's not a soup. Is it better to be a superhero or a wizard? I don't know. Is it better to be a superhero or a wizard? A superhero? You can help people? But like wizards could help people too. I don't know. But like, I don't know. You can kind of be a superhero in real life, but wizards don't exist in real life. I mean, I know superheroes don't exist in real life, but you know what I mean, right? Like, I don't know. I guess I would say a superhero. I don't know. Should you eat dessert before dinner? I don't care. That's up to you. That's up to you. I guess I would rather eat dessert after dinner, but I'm not gonna judge you if you eat it before dinner. Would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button in your life? I would say maybe a rewind button, but like also, like, I don't know. Things happen, and yeah, sometimes things suck, but I don't know if I would want to go. I mean, maybe if I had like an embarrassing interaction, and then I would just rewind a little bit, and then hopefully have a better interaction. But I wouldn't want to like change. I don't know, like you can't control your past. Like, you can't change the past. So like, I don't know, like you could pause if you're in a good stage in life, or if you're having like a good week, you can pause and just live in that. But I don't know, I guess I would say a rewind button for like embarrassing interactions. Are video games a sport? I don't think I would call video games a sport. I think definitely you need skill involved for video games. But I don't think I would call it a sport. Sports to me are like the typical volleyball, basketball, soccer, football, things like that. Hockey, tennis. But yeah, video games I guess aren't a sport in my opinion. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? I would say 100 duck-sized horses. Both would be scary. I don't know, horses are pretty strong. But if they're small, you can maybe kick them away. But one horse-sized duck, that would be a big duck. That would be scary. I don't want to fight that. Is it better to be really smart or really funny? I would say really funny. I would rather be around someone who is really funny than really smart. I don't need someone to be like giving me a bunch of facts. I mean, like, they're both good qualities, but I would say, I mean, I don't like the word better, but like, I don't know, would you rather be really smart or really funny? I would say funny, or like be around someone who's really smart, really funny. I think I would say funny. Should homework be banned? I don't think homework should be banned, but I think definitely teachers need to like not overload their students. I know homework really stressed me out when I was in high school and college. So I think maybe like keep homework to a reasonable amount, but I think it teaches kids to be responsible, and it is good practice for them to like practice the skills they're working on. So I don't think homework should be banned, but homework should not be just like piled on and on and on. Does that make sense? Like, teachers shouldn't be giving too much. Is it acceptable to wear pajamas in public? Sure, I don't care. I think I've worn pajamas in public like once or twice when I was younger, but as an adult I don't think I have. But like, if you do, I don't care. Wear what you want. I don't care. That's up to you. So is it acceptable to wear pajamas in public? Sure. Why not? All right. Now from gamesforesl.com, fun debate topics. Which makes a better pet? Cats or dogs? We talked about that. Homework should be banned. Agree or disagree? We talked about that. McDonald's is the best fast food restaurant. Agree or disagree? Well, I can't really eat at fast food restaurants, but when I was younger, I did eat a good amount of McDonald's. That being said, I don't think it's the best fast food restaurant. I don't have an opinion for what I think is the best fast food restaurant, because it's been over 10 years since I've eaten at fast food restaurants. But I would say McDonald's is not the best fast food restaurant. Summer is better than winter. We talked about that. Would you like to live forever? I don't think so. I guess it depends on like if pain is involved, and I mean, even still, like if I was pain-free and I could live forever, I don't think I would want to. I feel like I would get tired of it. And like your friends and family leave, and you can make new friends and family, but I don't think I would want to live forever. Children under 16 should be allowed to vote. Agree or disagree? I would say they shouldn't be allowed to vote. I think a lot of kids would just vote how their parents are voting. I think they need to be old enough to be able to make their own decisions. So I would say children under 16 should not be allowed to vote. Children shouldn't be allowed cell phones until they are over 18. Agree or disagree? I disagree with that. I think kids are getting phones at such a young age these days. And like makeup too. Kids are wearing makeup in 3rd grade. Like they have phones in 2nd grade. They wear makeup in 3rd grade. That's too young. That is too young. But I don't know when I got my phone. I think my first phone was when I was oh gosh. How old was I? Shoot. I feel like it was around 12 years old? I'm not sure. I feel like young teenage would be a good age. Like young teenage years. I don't know. I don't think it needs to be like over 18 seems like quite a while. Like I don't think children need to wait that long to have a cell phone. But I don't know. I guess I would say like 13, 14, 15 would be a good age. Yeah, like, well, I don't know, 11, 12, around there. So, yeah, I don't think they need to wait till they're over 18. Smartphones make us stupid. Agree or disagree? I think it depends on the person, but I think it definitely affects people. And people's, like, scrolling, like, it's really affecting attention spans. Myself included. Like, I'm scrolling on TikTok and, like, sometimes I speed up the video because it's, like, too slow. And yeah, just you scroll and scroll and it's not healthy. So yeah, so I guess I mean, there's pros and cons to smartphones, but smartphones make us stupid. Yeah, I guess I do kind of agree with that. They're affecting us. They are affecting us. What's the best pizza topping? Cheese. What's more important, being good looking or being smart? Being smart. I mean, being good looking is a plus, but being smart, I would say. Playing video games is bad for health. Agree or disagree? I disagree. I think if you spend too much time playing video games, that's bad for your health. But that's I would say that's for some people that's a way to unwind and that's something they enjoy. So that's not unhealthy for them to do. But if they're spending like 10 hours a day doing video games, then that's probably not the healthiest. Unless maybe that's what you do for work. Then that's a different situation. But playing video games is not bad for your health, I would say. Which is a better dessert, cake or ice cream? I really like both, but I think I would rather have cake. I would rather have cake. Um, Clowns are scary. Agree or disagree? Agree. Agree. Yeah, I agree with that. As a kid, I did not like clowns, and to this day, I dislike most clowns. So, I agree with that. Math is an important subject to learn. Agree or disagree? Agree. It is absolutely an important subject to learn. I'm looking. Candy should be given as a reward in class. Agree or disagree? I think it can be. I don't think it needs to be, and it shouldn't be don't just give it out all the time. Don't over give it out. You know what I mean? But yeah, candy can be given out as a reward. But the word should. Candy should be given out as a reward. I don't think it should be given out as a reward, but I think it can be given out as a reward. Should students be allowed to use cell phones in class? I think if they're doing a research project, they can research on their phone, but I don't think they should be texting during class. They need to be paying attention to the lesson and listening to their teacher. So should they be allowed to use cell phones in class? If it's helping their learning. I think here's the issue. I think they can have it. I feel like students should be able to, high school students should be able to carry their phones with them, in their pocket. But the issue with that is that so many students will go on their phone when they're not supposed to. So, I don't know, that's tricky. But I think they should be allowed to use cell phones in class if it's for their learning, or if there's an emergency, obviously. So for certain situations, yes, they should be allowed to use cell phones in class for certain situations. Okay, let's do one more, which is my own. Okay, so the last one is sleeping with socks on, yes or no? This one is, I know, this is a lot of people freak out over this, but I sleep with socks on, okay? But let me explain why. I sleep with socks on because I have bad circulation, so I like to keep my feet warm. If I'm not wearing socks, my feet get very, very cold and sometimes numb and tingly. So I sleep with socks on. I am almost always wearing socks, which I know sounds a little crazy, but I am. So, yeah. So I sleep with socks on. I know most people don't, but I know some people out there do. And I am part of that some people. Okay, so I'm with you, some people. I like to sleep with socks on. Keeps my toesies warm. So, yeah. Okay. I think that is where I'm going to end the episode for today. Thank you so much for listening and or watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.